Cooking vegetables seems like a straightforward path to eating healthy. But the truth is, the way you prepare and cook your veggies can dramatically affect their nutritional value. You might think you're making a healthy choice, but without realizing it, you could be destroying the very nutrients your body needs. Let's break down the most common cooking mistakes and what to do instead. 1. Boiling vegetables for too long. Boiling vegetables for extended periods is one of the most common cooking errors. When vegetables are submerged in hot water for too long, essential water-soluble nutrients, such as vitamin C, folate, and certain B vitamins, begin to leach out. The bright colors fade, the texture turns mushy, and much of the natural goodness gets lost in the water. This is especially problematic if you then pour that water down the drain. While boiling can be appropriate in certain contexts, it's best used sparingly and strategically. For example, blanching vegetables, which means quickly boiling and then immediately cooling them, preserves both color and nutrients. If you must boil, use the shortest time necessary and consider saving the water for a soup or sauce. This way, you still retain those leached nutrients and avoid unnecessary waste. 2. Using too much oil. Oil can enhance flavor and help with nutrient absorption, but overusing it during cooking turns a healthy meal into something overly caloric. Some oils, when heated too high, degrade and form unhealthy compounds that may even promote inflammation in the body. Plus, heavy oil use can coat vegetables to the point where their natural taste and texture are overwhelmed. What was meant to be a light, nutritious dish can end up greasy and heavy. This is particularly true in stir-frying, sauté, and roasting, where it's tempting to drizzle generously. Instead, use a brush or a spray bottle to lightly coat your veggies before cooking. For high-heat methods like roasting or grilling, choose oils with high smoke points such as avocado or grapeseed oil. For lower heat cooking or post-cook flavor, extra virgin olive oil works perfectly and retains its beneficial properties. 3. Peeling everything. Peeling vegetables is often a habit more than a necessity, and it's one that costs you a lot of nutrition. In many vegetables, the skin holds the majority of the fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals, the plant compounds with powerful health benefits. Removing the skin often reduces the overall nutrient density of your meal. Potatoes, carrots, eggplants, and cucumbers are just a few examples of vegetables whose peels are packed with nutrition. Peeling also removes a significant portion of the flavor, especially in root vegetables. Of course, there are cases where peeling makes sense, like with waxed or blemished skin, but in general, you're better off leaving the skin on. Just be sure to scrub your vegetables thoroughly under cold water to remove dirt and pesticide residues. If you're concerned about pesticides, consider buying organic or using a vinegar water soak before cooking. 4. Chopping too early before cooking. Prepping vegetables in advance can save time, but it often comes at the cost of nutrition. As soon as you cut into a vegetable, it begins to oxidize. This means that exposure to air, light, and heat starts breaking down sensitive nutrients, especially vitamin C and some antioxidants. Over time, the cut surfaces lose vitality, moisture, and potency. For vegetables that are high in antioxidants, like bell peppers or tomatoes, this can be a major downside. If you're meal prepping for the week, try to leave cutting and slicing until shortly before cooking or serving. If early prep is unavoidable, store pre-cut vegetables in airtight containers in the refrigerator to slow down nutrient loss. Adding a damp paper towel inside the container can also help retain moisture and freshness. 5. Microwaving in plastic containers. Microwaving vegetables is convenient, fast, and can actually preserve nutrients better than boiling, but not if you're using the wrong container. Many people still reheat food in generic plastic containers that are not microwave safe. These plastics can leach harmful chemicals like BPA, pH phthalates, or dioxins into your food when heated, especially with moist, hot vegetables. These substances are known endocrine disruptors that can interfere with hormone balance over time. Even containers labeled microwave safe are sometimes not 100% free from chemical migration. It's much safer to use glass or ceramic containers, which are chemically stable under high heat. If you're steaming vegetables in the microwave, use a microwave-safe glass bowl with a loose lid or microwave-safe cover. Making this one change can significantly reduce your exposure to harmful compounds. 6. Overcrowding the pan. It may be tempting to throw everything into the pan at once, especially when you're in a hurry. But overcrowding causes the vegetables to steam in their own moisture rather than roast or sauté properly. This results in soggy textures and uneven cooking, and it can also increase nutrient loss due to prolonged exposure to heat. You might notice your vegetables turn limp and pale instead of golden and crisp. Proper cooking involves space, especially when it comes to high-heat methods like roasting or stir-frying. Giving vegetables enough room allows heat to circulate and promotes caramelization, which enhances both flavor and nutrient retention. If your pan is too full, simply cook in 2 batches or use a larger surface area like a baking sheet. It's worth the extra few minutes for a better texture and more nutrients in every bite. 7. Not pairing with healthy fats. Fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, as well as phytonutrients like beta-carotene and lycopene, require dietary fat for proper absorption. That means if you're eating fat-free salads or dry roasted veggies, you could be missing out on a big part of what makes them good for you. Pairing vegetables with healthy fats helps your body actually use the nutrients you're consuming. Without that fat, they may just pass through your system unused. This doesn't mean you should drown your veggies in butter or oil. A small amount of fat is enough. Think a teaspoon of olive oil, a few slices of avocado, or a handful of nuts or seeds. Even full-fat dressings in moderation can enhance the nutrient availability in raw vegetables. The goal is to balance taste, texture, and absorption, not overload your plate with extra calories. 8. Cooking with too much salt. Salt is a staple in cooking, but too much of it can undermine an otherwise healthy dish. Excessive salt can draw water and water-soluble nutrients out of vegetables during the cooking process, reducing their nutritional value. Additionally, a high-sodium diet has been linked to several chronic health issues, including hypertension and kidney problems. Unfortunately, many people become accustomed to heavily salted food and start relying on it for flavor. The key is moderation and creativity. Try using herbs like thyme, rosemary, and basil, or spices like turmeric, paprika, and cumin to bring flavor without the salt. Citrus juice, vinegar, and garlic are also great flavor enhancers that don't affect sodium levels. Over time, your palate will adjust, and you'll begin to appreciate the natural flavors of vegetables without needing to oversalt. 9. Ignoring cooking water. When you boil or steam vegetables, the leftover water is often discarded, and with it goes a wealth of nutrients. This liquid is rich in vitamins, minerals, and flavor, especially if you've used fresh, nutrient-dense produce. Throwing it away is essentially like pouring some of your grocery money down the drain. Plus, using this water can enhance other dishes in both taste and nutrition. Instead of tossing it, consider using cooking water as a base for soups, stews, or even to cook grains like rice or quinoa. You can also use it to thin sauces or add moisture to sautéed dishes. Just be sure not to oversalt your vegetables during cooking if you plan to reuse the water, so it doesn't throw off the flavor balance. With a little intention, you can make full use of your ingredients and get more from every meal. 10. Reheating vegetables multiple times. Leftovers are practical, especially for busy lifestyles, but reheating vegetables more than once comes at a nutritional cost. Every time vegetables are exposed to heat, they lose more of their sensitive vitamins, especially vitamin C, folate, and some antioxidants. In addition, certain vegetables like spinach, celery, and beets can form nitrites when reheated, which may not be ideal for long-term health. The texture and flavor also suffer with repeated reheating, making them less enjoyable to eat. If you're cooking in bulk, it's better to portion out what you need and reheat only that amount. You can also repurpose leftover vegetables into new meals, like adding cold roasted veggies to a salad or wrap. This minimizes waste while maintaining more of their nutritional content. Planning your portions mindfully is a simple step toward healthier, more efficient eating. Cooking vegetables should enhance their flavor and nutrition, not destroy it. By being aware of these common mistakes and making a few simple changes, you can get the most out of every bite. Whether it's leaving the peel on, using less oil, or steaming instead of boiling, small shifts in your kitchen habits can lead to better health outcomes. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. If you've made it this far and found something helpful, feel free to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps more than you know and encourages us to keep creating content that empowers you to live healthier every day. Stay curious, cook smart, and take good care of your body. It's the only one you've got. Please like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe our channel.